Okay, this graph represents a sinusoidal function of the form y equals a sine bx plus, there is a phase shift and they tell us what it is, but they don't tell us the amplitude, the frequency, or the midline number. The maximum and minimum values are integers. So they're saying this maximum looks like 1 and it is, this minimum looks like -5 and it is. Don't worry about maybe this being 0.99 or something like that. It's not, it's an integer. So the amplitude we've seen before is your maximum value minus your minimum value divided by 2. That's 1 minus, and the minimum value is -5. That's 6 over 2, so the amplitude is 3. And for the midline, we do max plus min divided by 2, so we get 1 plus -5 divided by 2, which is -4 over 2, which is -2. So our midline is on -2. And from there, our amplitude is 3, so these hills should be 3 units high, and these valleys should be 3 units deep. That all looks good. Determine the period. How do I want to measure this? If I use this as my starting point, oh, okay, it's actually not too bad. I thought we'd have a bad time finding the next landmark point, but the way they've labeled it is actually pretty good. Starting from here, we go to the top of a hill, bottom of a valley, and then when we come back up to that level, we are right here. It looks to me like the period is exactly 4 pi. That was nice. I thought we'd have to count squares and do some cross-multiplying to figure out exactly where we were, but they made it easy for us. So, values for A, B, and D. We got A and D already. They're the amplitude and the midline value. B takes a little bit of work. The period is 2 pi divided by b, and we know that came out to 4 pi. Flip both sides and you get b over 2 pi equals 1 over 4 pi. Multiply by 2 pi and you get b equals 2 pi over 4 pi equals 1/2. So our b value is 1/2. And that means the equation is A sine B x plus pi by 6 and plus D in this case means -2. You could put plus -2 if you wanted. Oh, sorry. To make that visible for you. So y equals A sine B x, and then we have plus pi by 6, they told us that part, and then plus D in this case meant -2. Last thing, determine to the nearest tenth the function value when x is 11 pi by 6. Well, you just plug 11 pi by 6 into that expression, which isn't difficult, but it does take a little time. Make sure I'm in radian mode, and yes I am. 3 sine 1/2 x plus pi by 6. Oh, sorry, I don't just want x. Take that back. X is 11 pi by 6. There we go. So 3 sine 1/2 x plus pi by 6, close parentheses, and on the very end we have -2. And so to the nearest tenth, that should be -2.8.